Hey yo, what up? This is my review of switching from the iPhone 7 Plus to the Google Daydream VR and the Google Pixel XL. Now I should preface by saying that I'm an Apple fanboy. I've been on Apple's platform since about 2011 and I've been on the 2-year upgrade cycle ever since. I didn't want to switch. It wasn't my plan to switch to the Google Pixel. I feel like I was kind of put in a position where I had to make a choice about which direction I wanted to go with audio. They trying to hold a brother back. Now, a lot of people know that I have a strong background in audio production and music engineering and things like that. I used to run my own recording studio. There I go rambling again. For the type of use that I do, I need a headphone jack. So when iPhone removed the headphone jack, I had to make a choice as to whether I wanted to commit to Bluetooth or I wanted to give myself the option. I probably would have stuck with the iPhone if there was no other option. I wasn't feeling it. Fortunate for me, an alternative came out that was worth my time. That alternative is the Google Pixel. I didn't send the iPhone 7 Plus back strictly because of the headphone jack removal. The headphone jack removal got me thinking about whether or not I should look at a different phone. And the Google Pixel quickly became the phone that I wanted to try out next. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's jump right into the review. Okay, so let's start with the transfer process. All you've got to do is use the iPhone Lightning port cable and this adapter. You plug the Lightning port cable into the iPhone and then you plug the other in to this USB-C adapter. This goes into the bottom of the Pixel while you're doing your setup, and you get a couple of options on what you want to transfer. You can transfer photos, videos, your text messages, SMS, and a few other options, including files. The transfer takes about 15 minutes, and that's it. Now your data and content from your iPhone is on your Google Pixel. Now that's pretty awesome. Okay, next let's look at the exterior of the Google Pixel. I've got the Very Silver. It's got a two-tone design. A lot of people are harshly criticizing it, saying that it doesn't look good, it's poorly designed. If you want my personal opinion, I think it's pretty awesome. It's not an iPhone. If you want an iPhone, you should go pick up an iPhone. That wasn't even funny. It's got a unique design. It's modern. It's clean. It looks good to me. The outside of the phone actually has very nice functionality. I find it easier to hold in the hand than the iPhone. Now, on that note, it's super easy to unlock this phone. The fingerprint sensor's on the back. This is how easy it is to unlock this phone. Unlocked. I'll do it from the side. Phone's locked. Phone's unlocked. Super duper easy to unlock this phone. And because there's no moving parts, again, I'm not pressing down. So think about that. Think about how many times you press down that home button on the iPhone. Go ahead and think about it. I'm not doing that. If you just imagine, you probably press down 25 times an hour on average on the iPhone. In an 8-hour day, that's quite a bit. Over a year, it's close to 100,000 presses. I have a lot less strain in my fingers, which is super nice. Now, another thing with this sensor is you can do gestures with it. So out of the box, it comes with the ability to swipe down and swipe up. And what that gesture does is gives you your notification menu. And it also doubles as your settings menu. You don't have to go into different menus and all of that stuff to get to it. It's just a simple swipe and a simple second swipe to get there. And that's all I'm doing is just swiping down. Now there's an app that you can download that will allow you to customize those gestures even further. So you can do something like tap 3 times and open up Facebook, Instagram, or your favorite app. That's pretty sweet. So let's talk about Google Assistant. I think Google Assistant is smarter and more relevant than the iPhone's version, which is Siri. Google Assistant can detect content on the screen related to your search or your question that you're asking Google Assistant, and provide relevant information as it ties into that. Now, what's the benefit of that? You get better results. Android is more customizable than iOS. With iOS, you're stuck with this grid layout where you have to put things in specific spots. Not on the Google Pixel. I could move this whole folder, if I want, from the bottom of the screen to the top or middle of the screen, wherever I want to place it at. It's pretty sweet. I can just move that back. There we go. And I can do things like add custom widgets. Okay, so I just long press, and now I can click on widgets, and I can say, oh, I want to go ahead and add a calendar schedule. And I went into it instead of, and I can say things like, you know what, I really want that to be wider, so I'll just widen that or shorten that. Far more customizable, and I like it. I mean, what else can I say, right? So I could switch this background to an image that updates in real time. As the day gets darker, the screen on my background gets darker with it, and it's a real picture of what's going on. It's pretty cool. On the Google Pixel, I can access all of my apps by simply swiping up from the bottom. I don't need to include all of my apps on the home screen. Straight up, man. The camera on the Google Pixel is better than the iPhone 7 Plus camera. DxOMark.com gives the Google Pixel the highest rating of any smartphone ever. This isn't my opinion. This is from DxOMark.com. If you'd like to check it out, feel free to do so at the link below. And coupled with that, it's got unlimited video and photo storage at full resolution, even the 4K. The 4K is amazing. I don't know about you, but that's where I use up most of my memory, is in taking pictures. Gone are the days of needing to delete pictures off of your phone because you're running out of space and you need to take another photo. The screen on the Google Pixel is far better than the screen on the iPhone. It's brighter, and the color saturation, I think, is better. It's easier to see things, it's easier to separate and distinguish, and when you're watching things like a YouTube video, the colors just look richer. When you take a picture and you look back at that picture, it looks more vivid, it looks more crisp. It's just a cool image. Now, because the screen is brighter, there's a byproduct of that. I use less brightness. Here's the screen all the way up. Here's the screen all the way down. Because I keep the screen at about 25 to 45% brightness, I use less battery. So my battery lasts longer as well as a result of this brighter screen. The battery on the Google Pixel is a little bit bigger than the iPhone 7 Plus, but I really think because of the screen brightness not being as big of a hog of power, my phone lasts longer. In fact, one day last week, I forgot to charge my phone overnight, and I went the next day until 3:30 p.m. before I had to charge it. And it still had about 20% battery when I did that. During normal use, I could probably get about 2 days of battery life out of the Google Pixel. That's pretty epic. I don't think I've ever been able to do that on any iPhone I've owned.